Ladies and gentlemen, we are green off of 4.
Green flag jumps out, and jumping out to the early lead already is going to be Ben Worth, and here comes AJ Benner. Oh, AJ Benner actually falls a spot back behind leader. Lap number 1 is going to be Ben Worth. Pretty much throw a blanket all over the top 6 right there. It is still all Ben Worth leading them out front over TJ Smith and Caden Cirali. Cirali trying to search for a new line as he runs the middle side of the racetrack. And down on the bottom, oh, it looks like Ben Worth goes down to protect. Meanwhile, it may have hurt him as here comes TJ Smith. Smith now looks to the inside. He's going to get chopped going into turn number 1. Oh, he lifts up the wheels going in the middle of 1 and 2, and that's going to allow Caden Cirali maybe possibly roll around him on the top side of the racetrack across the line. Still, it is all TJ Smith in second.
Wow, tight quarters as they send it down into turn 1, but still clean racing as they head down the back straightaway. Caden Cirali and Brody Fusion to the top side of the racetrack trying to blow it off as they head down into turn number 1. Meanwhile, TJ Smith taking another look to the inside of Ben Worth as they head down into 3. It is shaking and baking at the top of the track for 3rd, 4th on back.
Look at the magic man in the 51. That is Brody Fusion. He's starting to climb up through the field. Now working his way, trying to get by top 4, duking it out all for the top spot. Meanwhile, Caden Cirali now your 2nd place car. And he's going to go after your leader on the top side of the racetrack. Brody Fusion looks like may have lost out a little bit on that one. He now moves back into the 4th place position. Tight quarters racer going on here, Brent.
TJ Smith saying dedicated to the bottom. Meanwhile, he comes up that time. Brody Fusion not expecting it as they head off of turn number 2. So moves Cirali into the 2 spot. Now TJ Smith starting to wander up the racetrack. Maybe starting to find the top and starting to latch up.
Ben Worth is giving it all his worth out of that 14J. Meanwhile, good battle going on between Caden Cirali and TJ Smith now. Oh, we got one into the infield. That is CJ Sarna. He's going to call it a quits here tonight. 13 laps down, 17 to go. Still plenty of racing left here around Merced Speedway.
Pass for the 2nd spot. It looks like it might switch back. Ben Worth and Cirali trading sliders that last lap. TJ Smith now to the 2nd spot. Ben Worth out front starting to check out. White laundry in the air and Ben Worth is on cruise control. Oh, 2nd place blows up going into turn number 1. And we are yellow with 1 lap remaining. Brody Fusion now to the 2 spot with a green-white checker, Joe. Cirali dropping back a spot. Lewis moving up into the 3rd spot. White flag in the air. Down the back straightaway, Ben Worth. A flawless race holds off Fusion off of turn 4. Give it up. Ben Worth to the win.
Ben Worth race fans! Ben, man, you had to work that one 30 laps. You were duking and dicing through lap traffic, and then the yellow comes out. I'm sure you did not want to see that, but you were able to hold off the 2 youngsters here and take home a win. And we just heard you talking with the promoter. You've always wanted to take a win here at the Merced Speedway.
Yeah, no, I thought we had it, and the yellow came out, and you never want to see that. You know, you got 2 good drivers like Brody and Kate behind you, and anything can happen. Everyone wants to win, and you're going to go for it. But I've been so fast here every time I come here, running the top. This track's always such a great racetrack. I'm sure it puts on a good show for the fans. And I've ran up front. I've led laps here. I've always wanted to win here. Finally got it done tonight. Thanks to Ken Grondstrop, Matt Streeter, Vinny, Bobby, Brian, everybody. We mounted a seat in this thing last night and kind of last minute decided to come race. And, man, we're standing here in victory lane. I'm glad to get a win for these guys. They deserve it. They work real hard, and glad to be standing here. Thanks to the fans. Thanks to everyone at Merced Speedway, and got it done.
Now you're leading the USAC Western States Midget points. Do you continue on or racing for a championship, or where else do you venture off to?
Well, in the past years, I've ran for championships. This year, I don't really have any plans of racing this year, but if anyone wants to keep putting me in a car and go for a championship, let's do it.
There you have it, race fans. Ben Worth!